Hi, Jack.
Morning, lads.
How are you,
Morning.
matey?
Yeah, not too bad. How
How
are
you
you?
feeling after a heartbreak?
Yeah, look, of course, Newcastle are the only English team who don't make the top 8. That's what the story is, of course. The top 8 heartbreak for Newcastle. It was a great performance, to be fair. It was a very, really good performance. First half an hour, it was looking pretty ropey. You know, Nick Pope makes the penalty save, but then they score 5 minutes later. You're like, and then after that, it just seemed like the team was all over the place. But once we settled into it, from half an hour onwards and started getting set pieces, long throws, they couldn't deal with them at all. Great to see Joe Willock score a goal. He's had 3 years of essentially horrendous injuries, so really nice to see him get a goal. And then second half, probably should have won the game, to be honest. Had some huge opportunities. Harvey Barnes at the back post. Keeper made some decent saves. But it was a much more Newcastle-like performance that we haven't seen enough away from home, certainly.
Harvey Barnes will be walking across the airport, getting up the steps for the plane, and he'll be absolutely devastated.
He will be. What we'll say is I don't want to kick Barnes too much as well. He's got 12 goals this season.
Good finisher.
One of our best. He's probably the best finisher we've got in the team. So when I saw it falling him at the back post, I was like, that is the one player I wanted to fall to.
Yeah.
He just sliced it. Yeah, it's a shame, but look, we're into the playoff round. We wanted that anyway, and it's Karabag or Monaco in next, which you would fancy either one of those. Obviously, Karabag's a long journey, but the second leg would be at home at St James's Park. So if it is Karabag, you go there, maybe get a draw, and then you take them back to St James's Park and hopefully win. And then it's Chelsea or Barcelona, I think.
Okay. Back page of the Guardian. Sterling seeks fresh start after ending contract early.
Yeah, so yesterday, his contract has been confirmed that it is cancelled by mutual consent. So we did actually speak about this yesterday.
Well, it's been paid up.
Yeah, it's been paid up, yeah. So basically, he had 18 months left, and he stood to earn £22 million from that. We don't know what the settlement is. Don't know if it has been that. Probably not. No. But then what it does allow is that Sterling can now carry on with his career. He's 31. He hasn't played for Chelsea since
Can
May
you believe
2024.
that? He's only 31.
Sterling's been around forever.
He should be in the prime of his career now.
Well, some players peak a bit earlier, and I think he probably did.
Yeah.
I still think he's a really good player, though.
Yeah.
It's whether the candle's gone out inside you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So there's going to be plenty of teams interested. You'd think maybe from Saudi, there was loads of European teams. But what do you think, a Premier League team taking him?
I would have him at Tottenham.
Yeah?
I would absolutely take Sterling at Tottenham. I think he's a good player. He's better than what we've got.
So would you have him on a contract at the end of the season?
I'd sign him on a contract to the end of the season if he was willing to do that. I don't know what other offers he's got in terms of, he might have a long-term contract in Saudi or offering him loads of money. But if as Dean says, if the candle is still lit and he wants to still be a Premier League football player, I would give him an opportunity at Tottenham.
That's what happens when you're a footballer. You get in your 30s, and one day you get up and you go, I don't feel like training today. I don't feel like playing on Saturday.
I get that.
I think he still has got the desire.
I think that as well, because
I still think he's got the desire.
He's been going to train on his own and stuff.
Well, he's been training on his own, and he's had his contract paid up. He wouldn't have got the full settlement, so he's basically turned around to him and said, I can't be here anymore. I need to go and play.
Yeah.
So for me, he's got the desire to play. Spurs need a left winger. And I'm not saying you give him a long-term deal, but I'd give him a contract if he was on offer on a free. You get Sterling in at a football club. I think he's a good player. I think he could still produce moments. I think if he got his confidence back and a bit of belief, I would have him at Tottenham.
Yeah. Another thing also, one of the big things for him in the summer was staying in London. So if Tottenham did come in, that would allow him to stay in London.
Yeah.
Don't know how much wages he would ask for, but equally, I'm sure he does want to play.
Don't need any wages.
But to be honest with you, right? To be honest with you, you're a professional footballer.
Yeah.
You go where your career takes you. You can't start saying, I'm not going there. I want to stay in London. You're getting 325 grand a week. You go. The least you could do is live in the area. If we're giving you 325 grand a week.
Yeah.
Same newspaper, different sport.
Yeah.
The Guardian. Patrick Reed looks like he's leaving Liv. And this is a blow for Liv, another blow.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to rejoin the PGA.
Well, look, Liv came in with huge ideas, didn't they, about, I guess, sort of disrupting all of golf. They managed to sign a load of the top golf players on big deals, and it's another player who's gonna leave the.
What are you laughing at, Jamie?
Well, I'm just no. Go on.
No. It's a good one. It's a good one. I've got to keep trying to.
What else can you tell us about that deal? What else can you tell us about that?
Well, he's American, is he? Yeah.
You've thrown him right under the bus, mate. He's got no idea about this story.
There was no threat went into that
We've got
story.
a huge Champions League night, and you've asked him about Patrick Reed leaving
Dean,
goal.
there's a list.
Do you know who he is? Do you know who he is?
He don't even know who Patrick Reed is.
You don't know who Patrick Reed
I do know
is?
who Patrick Reed is, yes.
Hey,
Golfer was at Live Golf, and no, he's not.
So what's the contract? What's happened?
Don't know. Don't know, Jamie.
He hasn't got a clue.
I think I'm pretty clued up, but
because you haven't got a clue, I'll tell you.
It's a bit hard.
So, who's just left?
Hang on.
No, what's his name? What's his name? 5-time Bruce.
Not Bruce.
Brooks.
Jeez, what is going on here?
Bruce Willis.
I know what's going on.
Bruce Willis has left the PGA. No, so Patrick Reed looks like he's gone back to the PGA.
Yeah, brilliant.
And he's one of their star players on Live.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing rumours they've run out of money. What do you think?
Let's move on. Liverpool,
Great.
they suffer a major blow as Frimpong. He limped off. Looks like he's done his hamstring.
Yeah. What we'll say is, thought Liverpool were actually impressive. I know, like Karabag had already got a decent result against Chelsea earlier on in the Champions League, so I think going to Anfield, I wasn't expecting them to get beat 6-0. So it was a good night from Liverpool from that point of view. But equally, losing Frimpong is a huge blow when Conor Bradley is out for the season. Frimpong had actually been looking like he was finding some form. Gomez went off injured against Bournemouth. They're starting to be quite stretched in those defensive areas, especially. And they've got big games coming up.
What about that rumour then that Liverpool are going to sign Kyle Walker?
Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you think about that?
I think that's one of the ones. To be fair, Kyle Walker is still an excellent defender. I'm not sure he's still at Liverpool's level, to be fair. But I think you've just made this up, haven't you?
He's made your leg, mate.
But look, I'm still giving you my opinion on Kyle Walker. That's fine, yeah. No,
By the way, it's not a bad idea.
it's not a bad
They
idea.
need a right back.
It ain't the worst idea.
It's not actually
Quick.
that's why I was kind of all right. Okay, fair
Just tell us what the main story on talkSPORT.com is. Is it Live Golf?
It's you know what? It actually is. No, it's not. It was Trublin. What a moment. The Benfica goalkeeper scoring in the 98th minute. And what was so funny about it was initially he was wasting time because I think he didn't realise that we're winning. Oh, we're winning. Great noise. And then they cut to the picture of the Benfica box and like the sporting director's like, what are you doing? Like, get on with it. Get on with it. And then get the set. And then Real Madrid just fell to bits. There's no way.
By the way, Jamie, have you ever managed Billericay for a while? Did you ever send the keeper up?
I did send the keeper up.
Yeah.
Similar moment, obviously not on that scale, but FA Cup. We were trying to get into the third round. We played Sutton United away. We were in the National League.
Yeah.
We were 1-0 down.
Yeah.
5 minutes to go. Literally like last knock-ins. And I sent the keeper up.
Yeah.
And he let like a salmon and scored to make it 1-1. Alan Julian, I'll forever love him for that moment. Incredible. Like literally the same goal as what that guy scored tonight.
Yeah.
The limbs on the side of the pitch are like ridiculous.
There's no better than the keeper scores, is there?
It kept us in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And we played them on the Tuesday night against Sutton home. We brought them back to our place. We won 5-3. Absolutely buzzing. Unbelievable moment. And fair play to Jules. He was a good keeper.
Yeah.
But I said, I've never seen him jump like that in his life. It was unbelievable.
Even going and catch the ball.
What was the Carlisle keeper? Jimmy Glass. Was it Jimmy Glass? He kept Carlisle last minute kept him in the league. They were getting out the league.
Yeah.
I think this overtakes it tonight.
I think in terms of getting, it also means that they're going to play either Inter Milan or Real Madrid again. So Jose Mourinho's either way playing against his old team. It's great. It was a great night of Champions League football. It really was. It was the perfect ending to the competition.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Right, you need to go off and work on your live golf.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I need to get some live golf knowledge, don't I? Yeah.
Knowledge.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to stitch you up there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I just thought you were an encyclopedia.
Well, I am about most things, but not that.
All right, those are your back pages. Right, up next, we're going to hear Gabby Bonglehor being caught out for being a liar in the rest of talkSPORT.